Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergeant James John. I'm one of the aircrew from Watersham Airfield. We are a member of 662 Squadron, based in 3 Regiment Army Air Corps at Watersham. And your pilots today are Staff Sergeant Jamie Bakes, he's sat in the back, and Captain Phil Wilson. And it looks like they're good for a full display today, ladies and gentlemen. So you're in for a real treat. Staff Sergeant Jamie Bakes joined the Army in 2001 as a rear crewman on Lynx before converting and doing his pilot's course, and then finishing his pilot's training and culminating that with the Apache. And if you look to crowd centre now, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see they're running in with a rapid descent. This technique is used in Afghanistan every day, and that helps the aircrew get in and out of patrol bases and Bastion to avoid a small arms threat, so minimises the threat to the crew and indeed the aircraft. And it looks like they're tipping in now for a Hellfire strike to a target, crowd centre. I'd say that's a direct hit there from the Apache.
You've got the most amazing complexity of airframes and of course all that equipment. How do they manage to coordinate both getting a missile off and that gunning strafe all at the same time?
Well, it's a variety of things. The aircraft's very clever. It actually, you can put waypoints in as targets and essentially use a load of symbology in your eye to cue the aircraft on, so that each crew member can use a multitude of things using either their head, the aircraft, the TADS, which is the large sensor which you'll see at the front of the aircraft later on in the display, to cue all the weapons on. Quite a complicated set of scenario to get it all working together, as you can imagine, but it does culminate very well. Here's a roller coaster for the crew, ladies and gentlemen, at 90 degree up, followed by a 90 degree nose down. And Captain Wilson's holding on to his lunch there.
I don't know if you're noticing, one of the things that I love about this machine, I think we're going to lock another few weapons in just a second, so keep your eyes peeled and your hands around your ears, but it's just the graceful way that you can manoeuvre this machine, which I think is really exciting. I mean, it almost looks sort of, I don't know, laid back. Is that a good expression?
It is indeed. It's quite a forgiving aircraft to fly until you start losing systems, then it's a big beast to fly with just your hands. But there's a lot of things helping the crew here, complexity of FMC, etc. The flight management computer helping the pilots out. Oh, and it looks like the crew have had another contact there, and they've dealt with that quite nicely. And just checking they've done the job correctly there with a lovely 90 degree down.
Yeah, well, there's multiple capabilities here. I was describing earlier on today just how that big donut at the top gives you a huge amount of information, and of course that's what's going on all the time. They're processing. This really is the PS3 generation of pilots, and yeah, I'd hate all that software to go down on me in a dark, stormy night.
It is. It's basically a flying computer, and again, if that is to go out on you, it's just a helicopter, and that's the whole point of the helicopter, is to carry the weapons. So it's all about the weapons on this machine. And as you can see, if you look up towards the aircraft now as it departs out to the left-hand side, you will see the weapon stations just hanging underneath the wings there, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a CRV-7 rocket pod and then the Hellfire missile stations. And in this configuration today, we've got 2 rocket pods and 2 Hellfire stations. This aircraft can carry up to 8 Hellfire missiles today and 36 rockets. And a great opportunity here for some photos now, ladies and gentlemen, as it sits crowd centre and hover. You can see the the 30mm cannon now moving underneath. That's Captain Wilson moving that with his head. The aircraft will track where you're looking and then move the weapons to follow that.
Now, I reckon he's looking at that very nice girl with the long blonde hair in the VIP centre there, so please give him a wave. Yeah, Phil, that's her. Yeah, she's really enjoying your display. Well done, Phil. Yeah, naughty boy. He's got a terrific camera in the front end of there. This pirouette looks good, JJ.
It is indeed. It's a very complex manoeuvre, this, where Staff Boakes is using all three axes of the controls. At the same time, you see the aircraft is moving left, right, forwards, backwards, sideways, all at the same time. And he's doing a wonderful job in the wind here today.
Now, tell me, is this where you go into a different dimension, where you really do have to rub your hand over your tummy and on the top of your head and do a tap dance at the same time?
Yeah, indeed. If you can do all that at the same time, you can fly the helicopter. It's very good. And I think I can see some enemy running around on the airfield there, which I think the crew are going to deal with shortly.
Yeah, they've been trying to get him all day.
Yes, you may be laughing now, but you just wait until the autumn power is unleashed from this machine. You just stand by, keep your heads down.
Yeah, indeed. It looks like they're tipping in here for what I consider a 30mm strike here. And again, another direct hit there from the crew. Fantastic work there from the crew. You can see there underneath the 30mm cannon was still moving there. That's Captain Wilson dealing with that enemy threat nicely.
Oh, isn't that just a great shot, by the way? It just dips down almost as if it's going into the weeds there. Fantastic. That is where the Apache really likes to live, isn't it?
It is. The low-level environment is where we are at home. This is all about snuggling through the trees at less than 100 feet at 140 miles an hour is where we feel at home. And the crew are doing that nicely here. And the crew are just bringing it back in now for their fine manoeuvre, the bow. If you just wave and go crazy, show your appreciation for the crew here today. They've done a fantastic job in the wind. Should have given you a full display here, which we weren't expecting today. And if you can see, Captain Wilson will be giving you a massive wave from the front there to say thank you very much. Big wave now, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes to the hover. Show your appreciation. You can see every single one of you with that very high intensity camera to the front there. The landing lamps flashing there, showing you can see you all waving, and you really appreciate that. And a wonderful bow there to finish, and that concludes our display today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure to commentate for you today, and on behalf of the British Army and 662 Squadron, we really thank you for your support for our troops here at home and indeed on operations. Thank you very much.